gosh.
So
Zoom.
and then people start laughing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm a comic.
And I just laughed stupid.
Probably should not have hit record until I was ready.
My mom shared. My mom just shared with me, and she's like,
There we go. Start the video. So everybody is welcome to get some snacks, get some drinks, and I guess I'll just start reading off the list. Oh, I guess I'm first. I put myself first. Yeah, no, I did that on purpose, but then I forgot. But basically, whenever I've done an open mic, someone else has read first, so I didn't want to make anybody bear that burden. Okay. Bear with me here a second. Here we go. All right. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. All right, so hi guys, I'm Janey. I am the head admin and creator of the Rainbowpages Quad Cities project. Yay! Thank you guys so much for being here. It means the world to me. And I hope that after this event, we can do more things in the future with all of you. Maybe on Augustana campus, I don't know. I'm open to anything. Okay. And this is a recent piece of mine entitled Peach Tree. Your fruit took root in the hollow cavity of my spirit. Soon noticed the heart-shaped seedling sprouting deep within my chest, and I tried to ignore it. It's pink-orange, sending sweetness throughout my veins. I don't ever see it leaving. How could it? When it turned my bloodstream to sugar. Tasting of wishes, then some of the juice comes up to graze my lips. Hopes and wishes go together that a cobbler of mixed emotions, mostly comforting, slightly tart. You'll be my forever secret, because come harvest, when the pit has become core and there's a ripeness inside me, no need to prolong this inevitable rot. It hurts to rip you out of me, trim your vines and leaves so you can't consume what's left of me, where I have no more space for pretty things to waste away, even if I wanted to keep you close. To destroy myself for the roots to eat away my body so others can eat from your branches someday. I consider it an honor and a worthy sacrifice, for the world shall love what you give to it. Despite all of my sorrows, you embrace me and love me the way I deserve. Maybe in an alternate garden we can grow side by side, but I'm happy enough to share the orchard with you, even if it's myself that lies in the dirt. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, there's no way to unblur the background. Okay. So my next reader, according to this sheet, is Esther Wint. So Esther, give it up for Esther. You're welcome to introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm a sophomore at St. Ambrose University. I write poetry, prose, creative nonfiction, fiction, all kinds of cool stuff. I'm also involved in theater, but that doesn't matter right now. Sec. And I'll be reading the piece, The Peaceful Punk in Me. The punk in me wants to spit in a rude customer's coffee. The peace in me says they might be having a bad day and aren't normally like this. The punk in me knows love isn't real, so I want to simply have our bodies thrash against one another in violent orgasms. The peace in me wants someone whose arms I can fall asleep in and have slow dancing nights every Wednesday night. The punk in me needs to consume alcohol, any kind that gets my body to shiver and shake like it's on fucking fire. I want to drink until I puke up the emotions I keep bottled up in Hennessy. I want vapors of weed, ganja, Mary Jane, whatever words other people are using to invade my bodily practices. The peace in me has never smoked weed, and the hardest drink I can have is a gin and tonic. The punk in me finds it hard to believe in the existence of a god, because if one did exist, it's really done a shitty job, and if I could, I'd throw a Molotov cocktail at them. The peace in me has the Lord's words stitched in my veins, and part of me knows they've kept me rooted to this earth, to this existence. The punk in me wants metal chomping into my body, piercings in the nostrils, belly, both ears, septum, tongue, anything that will really hurt. I want ink stitched into my body as if it was a leather book. The piece in me just wants to read a nice leather book. And I always say I'd like a tattoo, but I think I'm too scared to get one. The punk in me knows the nuclear family was created by America so they could capitalize on a growing market of baby making, because we'd send the men off to get a bullet in the brain for good old Uncle Sam. The piece in me would really like to start a family, would really like to be a mother if one would have me. The punk in me listens and reads to things that are hard for people to swallow. It's all indie, never corporate, and the less neat it is, the better, because then it's real and not something that's fake. It's something I can breathe and live in. The piece in me listens to what's on the radio. It's pop, it's popular, something I also want to be. The punk in me doesn't want to give this piece an ending. It ends on its own terms. It speaks its own damn words. Don't ask me to patronize you. The piece in me likes things wrapped in neat little bows when the words bring themselves to a close and I can finally breathe.
Thank you so much for that, Esther. That was wonderful. Our next reader is one of her campus writing team members, Keela. Give it up.
Hi. Quick disclaimer, my poem does have a very brief mention of suicide, so just throwing that out there. But this is called A Sign. I'm waiting for the stars to align, waiting from a sign from the universe that I'm doing this thing right, but I'm not, because it's not coming. I wish the universe was telling me that I'm doing a good job, that my identity is correct, but the universe does not tell me if I'm non-binary enough. I say that I am an ocean, I am the galaxy, I am every single star in the night sky. I am every coral reef. I am in the trees and the breeze and the funny way the sun makes your eyes burn. That was me. But I'm trying to say that it does not matter how I look. It does not matter if I'm the most feminine person in the room or I look like a total butch. It doesn't matter if you call me he, she, they, they, or star. I am a mosaic of every single moment, glued together with the hope that I will make it to the end of my lifeline with a beautiful picture. Every smile, every breakdown, every friend, every loss, every time I sat alone, wondering if suicide is a better option than keeping my lifeline. I'm made of every experience, every bruise and every band-aid. And the lessons I've learned cannot be taught, and what I've earned cannot be bought. And in the end, I know I can feel it in my soul, that I am exactly who I'm supposed to be in this moment. And no matter what experiments I run, no matter what words you call me or what color my hair is today, this is enough. And maybe the stars don't form in a straight line, but I'm getting to experience each one in its own timeline, and that is enough.
Great job, Keela. Here you go. Right. Also, I know I didn't say this at the beginning, but please take pictures and video and send them to me because I'd love to see what you guys thought of the event and like you guys having fun. All right, and then our next writer is Mac, another one of her campus writing team members. Give it up.
Quick disclaimer, if I pass out up here, just laugh. I'll be okay. This is a poem I've performed before in high school. It was an earlier draft and this one's a bit shorter. But I like it, and it's also a bit corny. So again, if you think it's stupid, also laugh. I'll be okay. It starts with a lonely little girl who only ever has one close friend at a time, who'd prefer to play pretend under the playground than to perform gymnastics or play soccer with the rest of her peers. Sweet and soft, her heart bursts with every emotion she could ever feel. Heavy footsteps and hot tears draw her away at any implication she might be left alone. It starts with her peers, their perfect hair and proper clothing, pointed stares and worried whispers, subtle isolation, leaving a strange sensation in the pit of her stomach, turning inside out, gnawing at itself as she learns to fear their stares, shy away from speaking, sees eyes in the walls, hears whispers in the silence, fearing being known while desperately trying not to be forgotten. It starts with the soon-to-be shredded sketchbook papers, scribbles of sentences not making any semblance of sense, clutched in her chubby fist. She no longer has one friend, no, and maybe she never did, but no matter which way you slice it, which quadrant's corner you'd assign to it, she's still heartbroken, but it's not their fault, no. They just left, because friends sometimes fall through the cracks, and a failed middle school friendship shouldn't leave a girl frozen, dead to all acquaintances, beaten body, lying conscious in her casket as they stared down at her with scorn, but it did, because it just had to happen like this. And when you're 12 years old, vomiting desolate dreams upon your bathroom floor, seeing stars as your heart beats out of your chest and your vision fades until you're staying home from the 7th grade with what's surely a bad stomach flu, when you try so desperately to scrub the canvas of your own influence, manifesting a masterpiece they're sure to adore until its fibers tear and fray, falling apart in fragments of what once was, paint bleeding onto the sterile white that surrounds you, leaving scars so deep in the foundation you can no longer build upon, do they apologize? Will they apologize? Will they finally see you when you hold the shredded canvas in your hands, red paint running over your palms, longing to know, to understand why silence hurts worse than words, longing to know why your words never work, why you always end up alone? And if they do, when they do, will you hear them? Will you forgive them?
All right. Thank you, Matt. Our next reader is another one on my writing team. I appreciate them. It's a common theme. And the first couple readers have their work posted on the website. So be sure to I will be dropping the link as soon as we're done here tonight, so you guys can all check out everybody's work. Okay, so I present to you Olivia Fleming.
Hello, everyone. So I will be reading a poem I wrote about the very serious and very dark topic of fish. So I hope you all enjoy. It's called I'm Worried About the Fish. We don't know what's going to happen to the fish, he says, stirring his black coffee with his finger. The turtles? Oh, they'll be just fine. But we don't know what will happen to the fish. I clench the plastic cup holding my vanilla latte. He speaks with an air of nonchalance, more focused on the pattern of the wooden table separating us than the fate of these poor creatures. Much love to the fish, racing to the river by my dorm building, but knowing that their home will be stolen from them, knowing that they don't know that their home will be stolen from them. My heart weighs heavy with a sickening sadness. There's a bridge across to go to my home. It stands directly above the river. Every day I stare out beyond the railing to watch the river turn into a valley of mud. Thick, dark, revolting mud, invading the beautiful river with the rainbow waters, turning it to nothing more than a murky puddle, with a million vibrant orange fish desperately swimming around, wondering what happened to their beloved paradise, wondering why they deserve to be crowded like cattle in a modern hell. The workers tell me their suffering is for the benefit of us. How the pipeline will be easier to access, easier to fix, but there's something annoying our perfect paradise. After all, do you really think that the fish give a damn about you? No, they don't. I know that. So it's stupid that I'm worried about the fish. But if I had their small fins and colorful scales, if I found my home being crushed into nothingness, I would wish someone out there in this populated world would give a damn about me. Thank you.
That particular piece can be found on our First Campus chapter website, and it's about the goldfish in the slough at Augustana. Rest in peace, fish. All right, our next reader, I had the pleasure of getting to know through the Midwest Writing Center's Young Emerging Writers program, which Very cool. I'm so excited to see that they're here. I present to you Loon.
Hi, sorry, I'm really nervous. So brief, like, warning, because I do mention suicide pretty briefly in here, and also arson, but like in a romantic way, so it's okay. Okay, so this poem is called Last Late Sunday Night, Don't Go Home. 1. Simplicity. I think it was the pure musk honey flame wax light that reminded me of the benign blazing bouquet which was shrouded in your sheepish shoulder each time I kissed the fervent firestorm of flame. 2. Irritations. I was near sweltering from the sharp-toothed tiger that was that damn irritatingly minuscule Kindle, cryptically undetermined as tangerine or lemon. Your comment about sweat on my slick skin had me pondering the pointless possibility of taunting tomatoes and crude salon dancing the scorching salsa on my tickled tongue. Or was it your composed cerise lips against my ear, purring a particular lullaby of heat into my body, unlike the beastly candle roaring thing fires at me? 3. Hypothesis. I presented you with the prodigious proposition of granting me authorization to torture our tender skin, like a terminating chirp signal for a suicide mission where the firestorm seizes us in its canary-flamed arms. Prophesying with a perilous passion, urged to predict how our threads and twines of taut hair would burrow into each other as they burn into brittle braids. Perhaps an immortal and irrevocable kiss, a rid of yearning, abounding with the fullest of affections, while I taste your lips from sweet salmon to acrid ash. 4. Perturbation. I had been drenched, drowning in a dreadful dampness, which I could not discern as sizzling sobs or a searing sweat. Could this be the last late Sunday night of homely hearts? I was conflicted of whom I should look to in terrible times, whether to beseech Virgin Mary to conserve our chastity, or to demand Hades a hellfire to untether my horrid sins. Alas, I'd rather pose a matchstick to the peel of my pointer, akin to an infestation intruding my skin with ill-quilt ink. Yet for my predilections, I could only pathetically plead, don't go home. 5. Enjoy. His promise, I'll melt into your clasp as a never-changing statue.
We love a good arson in the name of romance. Okay, so I am pleased to present our next reader. They also were the ones that painted these lovely paintings that can also be featured on our website. I present to you my friend since middle school, Georgia.
Everybody about their pieces too. Oh, more the same last things.
So this first one is called Seal Noah. It's a spookified self-portrait I did for my painting class. It's an acrylic canvas piece. So this painting is of me as a biblical accurate angel, all that fun stuff. And why I chose to turn myself into an angel, because angels can be anything, and they could be like scary, I guess, but like they're beautiful. Yeah. Sort of raising myself into an icon with the halo or nimbus or whatever you want to call it. What this painting means to me is I tend to be an observer. That's basically what all the eyes are for, like the area. Speaking kind of explains just like having a lot of eyes on me. So yeah, I try to turn that to the viewer to make you guys feel the anxiety. I'm really happy how this turned out because I'm still learning how to paint. Crazy how that sounds. Shout out to my painting teacher, Terrence. Yeah. He helped me with the techniques and how to not paint like a toddler. Yeah. This little one, well, not little one, the other one. Happy Little Stars. As the same as the other one, it's also an acrylic on canvas that I did for my painting class. The assignment was a geometric painting showing shapes while using complementary colors. So they're yellow, red violet, and blue violet. Those were fun to mix. I decided to do this because I really love stars. Stars are cool. Painting a bunch of stars was not easy, and color matching was not easy either. I think it turned out pretty well, even though they were the bane of my existence for like 2 weeks. And what it means to me is that there's a million stars in the sky, why not shine alongside them? And I also have a reading thingy called Not Enough. So, do you ever feel like you're not enough? I mean, not like being a lover or a parent. I mean, not enough to fit your gender. Not enough to feel like your biological gender because the others seem to fit into perfect place. Well, you wander around every day, not even knowing how to fit in like them, even though you try oh so hard, very hard. The pains you feel to walk, the pains you have for a week make it unbearable to do anything productive, and how some men see your gender as one told that doesn't deserve rights or needs to be controlled is terrifying. Not enough to be the gender you always been quick to call yourself, even though you don't have the correct parts. But even when you're so quick to call yourself the gender you're not, you'll never pass while being stuck in a house where your own mother tells you that you're not the gender, even though some days you do feel that you are that gender. Now not to even know if you feel dysphoric, but you know damn well you wish you didn't have the parts you do, but some days you love them. The love-hate relationship gets tiresome after a while. So what do you do now? Not enough, not enough, not enough. But I don't need to be enough for anything, right? What if I just live my life the way I want to and not even worry about not being enough for society's gender norms? But I want to be enough for me, but I can't. That's feel enough in my skin that I want to shred off. It's not because he does anything but as a skeleton. Sure, I know you could tell me that there's no correct way to be a boy, girl, or anything in between. But to feel there's no correct way to be those things. But I feel like I'm failing to be even all three. I know there's no correct way to be. Believe me, I know there isn't. But to me there is, and I'm not doing it right. Like I missed the memo on how to be any of those. Was there some pamphlet that I missed out on that do's and don'ts? How to be this or that and how to be confident? Someone please help me, I need your help. Not enough, not enough, not enough. I am enough, right? Yeah, I am enough for me, and that's all that matters because I may be my own worst enemy, but I'm also my #1 fan, and for me, that's enough.
Yeah. Job, Georgia. Thank you for sharing both of your pieces, well, paintings and your written work. I know that, like, I'm proud of everyone who's gotten up here tonight and reading. I know it's scary, but like everyone has their very first reading, and for me, I used to be very uncomfortable going in front of everybody and talking. So this is like, you know, me a few years ago could have never addressed this audience. So you are not alone. Practice makes perfect. Oh, and I see some more people in the back. Hi, guys. Welcome. All right. So we are down to our last two readers, unless there's anyone else who wants to go up after these two. And I'm going to call up Audrey to the stage. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Audrey. I'm a queer neurodivergent poet from Colorado. This poem is inspired by Kiki's photo project in their queer theory class, and also just an ode to being a work in progress. It's called Coin. Confessional. I don't know what to write. I never used to be like this, I think. If I had enough inspiration, poems would rejoice their way up through my right hand. This is not a poem. It is not flow. It is force. It is a desperate act to make myself shown as she is, collapsing but being built time and time again. This is not a poem. This is me admitting to you that my inner voice has been split. I've been pulled to each side of the coin without integration of the soul. This is not a poem. This is a confessional. It is a branch over the frozen river where my critic leaves my true self far on the other shore. I went into this year with the goal to unveil myself, to make the internal emerge to the external, to see the coin as currency. I wish to be my old self for just a moment, to take on the world with winged eyeliner and confidence in defiance that comes in whispers, to be alone and to be able to crack open like an egg, raw and gooey all over the page. To take on visceral despair that we are told to ignore and create tunes of resonance for the collective to enjoy. I feel far from her now, but I know she lives within me as one side of the multidimensional coin. I know I can always reach into my pocket and remember her, be reminded of the textures of reflection that persist in my body. This is not a poem, but a birth, tail end up with my head underwater. The head of the quarter radiates the urge to show up again and again, machine-like, the way numbers repeat in a code. The tail end underneath takes many forms, an inconsistent god of many names. Neurotic and pathologized, the split sides can never come face to face, so they must make peace with living in opposition.
Thank you so much for that. I can identify with also being a work in progress. So we are getting to our final signed up reader. I just wanted to say thank you guys for reading, and please get a trophy. They're there for you for getting up here and getting on the stage. And yeah, I'm gonna ask this reader stay on stage after they get done. But finally, my website co-designer and friend Ava. You'd like.
Sure. So hi everyone. I'm gonna take this off while I'm up here. So I'm Janey's partner in crime, I guess, for this entire project. It's entirely her project, but she invited me to help work on the web design because we've collaborated on web design before and had a lot of fun. We both had blogs in middle school, which was very fun. But I've known Janey literally literally her entire life. Yes, I'm 2 years older than Janey. And so yeah, we just kind of like collaborated on everything, and and so when for this event I wanted to be very cool and write my own like poem for this event, and then I got COVID. So I don't have something new, unfortunately. I don't have COVID anymore, I promise. So I'm going to be reading something that I put up on the website, and it's called Tournament. High and mighty, clothed in the sweeping white of a prophet, they stood over the exact same villa watching me, and my limber feet danced in synergy as the greatest promise as a fighter. My insole had twisted and left me sore, curled up on a court, staring at something sharp and plastic, my only worth as an existing figure. They were my only faith in remaining unproven. I was shriveled, blackened, and evil, and they were ambivalent to my failure to grow. Aodiseo on the go over a gymnasium floor, a veil of steam over their eyes to ensure the greatest incapacity. What a surprise that Plato and Heidegger would keep to their West Hollywood hot tub, tying strings around old scores, breaking cards down to millimeters. I was young, but when you're young, you don't realize that it's the old that lead the jump, although they trip on their ivory robes next to glued down. Gone northeast, I expected some recognition, yet they're the ones who even got their feet cleaned in a Buena Vista vineyard, clouded from the image of bubbled blood and snot and an ill-fitting neon pink mouthguard disgorged from my braced teeth. I was evil. My hair had been pulled until the tender scalp was exposed beneath rubber, hands permanently clenched into fists, bamboo exploding out of my bones. As long as my bloodstains transferred out, my pilgrimage was in vain. It was easy to fake everything, and yet, scowling, they left me with the plastic in my own image because they knew they would have been unable to chase me home. Thank you.
I wanted to give a special shout out to Ava for all of their hard work. So I'm going to present you with a special certificate. Oh my goodness. So there you go. Yeah. No. There you go.
I have a certificate.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ava.
Thank you for inviting me on. I've had the best time doing this.
All right, so I'm gonna give it up for Ava again. Oh yeah, the trophy. You can't forget the trophy. All right. At this time, if there's anybody else who'd like to read, like I don't mean to call you out, but like if you want to like raise your hand or something. No, anybody? All right, well then at this, oh, do you want to read again?
I mean, I submitted 2 poems for a reason.
Yeah, okay, give it up for Matt one more time.
This is also an excuse to come up here and introduce myself because I forgot to do that the first time. Hi, I'm a freshman at Augustana. I don't know what else to say.
And you're awesome. Objectively, I mean, in my opinion.
Cool, thanks. All right. This is the other poem I submitted. This has gone through many versions. I wrote the original when I was like 14. I'm 18 now, so yeah. Okay, Google. How to escape humanity. To tear out my hair and eyes, pull away my chest and stomach and thighs until there was nothing left but bone and the glitter that flows beneath my skin. How to ascend, to remove every layer of imperfection and become eternal. I am human. That is where the issue lies, deep down. Flowers, moths, and moss that fill me long to escape. Flesh and blood and fat keep it trapped within. I am an angel and I am divine. I am disgusting and gross and human and godly. I am a failure of a woman and I cannot imagine being anything else. I need to escape the imperfections of humanity. I need to escape myself. I need to become pure. I take a hammer and a chisel to my ribcage and I set myself free.
Well, at this point, we're gonna take like a brief, maybe like not even 10-minute intermission because I know people came in late. So if you want to sign up for the raffle, this is your last chance. I mean, raffle, giveaway, same thing. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys back in like 5-10 minutes. So my sister is currently compiling all of the names into a spinning wheel, so stay tuned to that for that. And we have one more reader, my roommate and friend, Bryn.
So I wasn't originally gonna read, but I do have a poem from posting it on the website for her campus. I want to say first how proud I am of Janey and Ava for the website they've created and all the hard work they put in. It's really admirable, and I know they've been working really hard on it. So props to you guys. Yeah, but this poem is just short and sweet, and it's just basically about probably me and my boyfriend's daily routine at this point. There is one line that can be confusing, but it's taken from another poem called The Sun is Rising by John Donne, and it's that poem specifically is one my boyfriend likes to attribute to me, kind of thing. So if it's confusing, that's why, because it's basically from like the 18th century. So it's called Here in Our Room. So here in our room, where I sleepily wake up to your face, the crisp cold air rolls through the window with precision and grace. I can't even explain how my heart flutters when you kiss my forehead, making me stutter. I hold your face as gentle as a petal falling from a flower, while you go on, swearing up and down you should shower, snuggled in the blankets awry, staring at the cerulean streaked sky. This room is our sanction, merely the center. Brightness and warmth surrounds you the moment you enter. Your eyes, deep pools of chocolate that brim with affection. I endure what you feel simply through their reflection. This morning, my heavy shoulders have never felt so free as you turn and softly say to me, she's all states and all princess I, nothing else is. Your words so eloquent, I think I may cry. Thank you.
Okay, good luck at work. Come to bingo.
Augustana bingo at 8, right?
Yeah, $1,000.
Oh, $1,000. Okay. All right, so that concludes our readers. Give it up for yourselves and for everyone who participated. All right, you have the name selector ready. All right. So first I wanted to like show off what you could win. We have
Gavel. It's in the gavel rooms.
yeah, bingos and gavel.
They said centennial earlier, but it's gavel now.
All right, so you have 2 different options. When you get selected, you have a mystery bag of fun things, rainbow ornament, some other stuff, or a $10 gift card for the Brood book. So do the honors. Not to like put pressure on you.
Zoe.
Okay, which one would you like?
I'm gonna go for the mystery.
All right, mystery bag. Give it up for Zoe. And then for the $10 gift card also.
Yeah. Okay, Olivia Benson.
Congratulations, Olivia. Enjoy some Italian sodas or coffee.
Thanks, Jamie.
So before we conclude for tonight, I just wanted to say thank you all again. We have plenty of candy canes left. We also have some emergency contraception and condoms from the Advocates for Youth program. Please take them. I have like over 500 boxes of the emergency contraception. I don't
It's in my living room.
I do not need that much. But yeah, grab a trophy if you read and did not get one. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming. Take some pictures by our photo booth area if you want. I'd appreciate any photos and videos to be sent to me at some point. But yeah, thank you guys so much.